One last thing though. This
We're
this
live
will.
right now.
Oh, what? Okay, never mind.
Oh shit!
I was gonna say some
Okay.
horrible shit.
Oh, you got my stories?
No,
Excuse me.
No, we don't.
we'll just let
Well,
you.
Just
interject.
remember him, Carlos.
Yeah, remember them.
What do you have? Like two?
Yeah.
Two small ones.
Okay.
You're not gonna forget them, but you're gonna.
Yeah.
find-
You're
Okay,
gonna
no.
remember them.
Okay,
Here
okay.
we
Before I
forgot.
forget, it's gonna be that Intel is will not. Intel is not going to catch up to AMD on 10.
To 2021. Yeah.
Yeah. Intel already
stuff to
said
add you
they're
with it.
not gonna do 10 nanometers. They're gonna
Yeah.
go straight to 7. So
Yes.
that's which is
Yeah.
what I thought it was gonna happen.
Okay.
And then also what's the name of that app that makes?
Just put Intel. Remember.
Oh,
from
okay.
there.
And what's the name of that app that makes you older?
Face app.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
it's made by the Russians, right?
Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Grindr.
Huh?
Do it.
Yeah.
Face app. Face app is what it's called.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guys, welcome to the SNP podcast. We're gonna be doing shit live today for episode 15 because our editing rig decided to go poop itself. And so we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man, the
Commit
next
suicide.
phase of the MC universe, Stranger Things season 3,
Hell yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, the online casino, Face app, Elite Dangerous updates. Yeah.
Carlos is making noises
Yeah,
for every single
Area
one.
51 memes and what that means for everybody, and supporting Alita Battle Angel sequel. Talking about Intel and Neuralink, and amongst other news. So, starting off, Jose, where are we gonna start off with? in your
Definitely gonna
opinion?
go. I feel like the one thing that we all definitely saw here was Spider-Man.
Fuck yeah.
It was we saw it. I mean, we saw it almost that same night, right? That it came out.
Yeah,
Maybe?
that-
No, what is it?
like-
Friday night, right?
Yeah, we saw it like either
day after.
the day after or the day of. No, a day after.
Yeah.
It had to be day after. And that movie was phenomenal, in my opinion.
It was actually pretty well made.
Yeah, like, I don't know, you guys probably watch trailers, but I literally just went into that movie blind. The only thing I knew is that Mysterio was going to be in there.
Sexy.
I
ass
didn't.
Mysterio.
I'll be honest. I didn't even know who was even gonna be there.
Bad
Really?
I saw zero news
Carlos,
about
why are you
it.
always trying to one-up me?
I'm better.
I didn't even know Spider-Man was a thing. I thought it was a movie about a man who ate a spider.
But Dave, like, okay, I want to know your opinion because we watched it together.
Fuck.
So,
Yeah, it was badass, man. It was. I love how they. I mean, right from the start, they like start off with fucking Whitney. Well, yeah, spoilers for sure, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you
yeah,
haven't seen
spoilers.
it.
But yeah, from the beginning they go like with the Whitney Hughes. You know, they start explaining. I love how they even explained. They call it the blip. They don't call it the snap.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
us, we saw the snap, and
You know,
for them, they never saw
that is true. That's something that I kind of like. I like that they actually try to explain what happened with all of those people that.
Especially because a lot of people were like, "Wait, what the hell?" When
Yeah.
Spider-Man goes back to school, he's like, "Wait, what the hell? Like everybody's the same age? Wouldn't they have been 5 years older?" And then in this one, they explain all that shit.
Yeah.
right out the
Yeah,
bat.
and what I liked about it is that they actually explain like kind of like people disappear because five years is it's a long time. So some people some people rebuild their lives and then we're like, oh my wife disappeared and now she's back. And
What about
like,
that teacher? Oh, sorry, good.
It kind of like that's why I liked
And
about
she's
that.
with like another dude.
Yeah, but you remember the teacher's like, "Did I tell you about how my wife faked that she blipped out for
Oh,
5
yeah.
years and she went with somebody else?" You didn't hear that part?
No.
Yeah, I
one of the
do.
teachers said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I just thought about all the negative annotations where like a guy would just be so insecure and it's like, you're not gonna leave me, right? And I'm like, I wouldn't. If you died, I would never remarry,
Babe.
never. And then as soon as she comes back, she's just like with some huge like fucking brawling dude. It's like, whoa, Jesus Christ!
Jesus
You
Christ.
said you didn't value that.
Dude, there's so many different aspects of the movie that I like. The CGI, in my opinion, was phenomenal.
top notch.
Top notch
It was-
CGI.
yeah.
Like, there were certain parts, and I think this really goes well with, how Mysterio fucks with your mind.
I was gonna
and
say,
stuff
what
like-
about that scene where Mysterious
Which
just
one?
whips out his big old mysterious dick and then mind fucks the shit out of Peter? Holy fuck,
Dude, seriously.
and us, like
Yeah.
every single
Yeah,
scene.
I was just
Fuck!
like after that scene had happened, I was like, wait, what? Hold on. I'm trying to grasp reality right now.
I know, and then I'm like, are we back? This is like Inception. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, dude.
This is reality.
It's,
Is
it
this
looked-
real
it looked,
life?
It looked like he
Yo,
was
what
like
up?
silver surfing almost. You know what I mean? 'Cause he was
Brittany
going
says,
around the whole-
Jose.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey.
But I thought the CGI was great. I kind of liked how they did the romance between MJ, the new MJ, and Tom Holland's.
I don't know. You know that's one of the only things
You
I don't like
gripes
about the
you?
movie. No, it's
Well, you
it's
don't like romance in general.
well, I
Carlos,
mean,
but-
I don't like whenever the romance is forced. That's one of the things I
He's
don't
like,
like.
why are
but
you kissing me? You fucking gay.
no, but one of the things I don't like is that it sometimes because there doesn't seem to be chemistry between the actors.
Are you serious?
I
I
thought
thought
there
there
was plenty of chemistry.
I thought there was, yeah.
Not for me.
name-
It seems
I
like-
liked the whole awkward teenager.
Carlos,
I
do
like
know what
you. I like you
chemistry
too. I
is,
can't
though,
really
bro? That's what I was
express my own feelings.
Mathematic formulas.
No. What do you mean? I thought they were really good.
I mean, it seems like they're good, but they're like just like friends, not like lovers. Like I honestly, I don't see them.
that's how high school is,
together.
right?
That's yeah, dude.
They're
You don't
not even
become
aware.
like these super
They're
romantic.
supposed to be
lovers
horny teenagers. Like they don't even have that.
Well, I don't know what movie you were expecting.
so one of the things
Carlos watched this movie to watch them fuck.
it was
He's like, when are they gonna?
at any moment he was like, and here we go.
Yeah, when he went into the hotel room and then he's like, yeah, finally.
Okay, so I feel like the one thing.
Oh,
Okay, so to bring this back, maybe to try to not battle you, Carlos, on this, but like one of the weirdest things that someone pointed out to me is like as I go near into my 30s, I feel like I'm starting to forget less and less.
Elias Bello says, "What's up? What
Oh,
up, boy?
what up, boy?
Who?
Elias Bello. We went to we went to
all
school with him.
like,
Oh, I don't care.
dude.
Oh, thanks, dude.
You know what, bro?
It's because Carlos went to East Aurora.
It's because
He went on
Carlos,
the opposite side
Carlos
of town.
is just jealous. It's
side.
okay.
Where you got beat up all the time. No, I'm just-
Beat him live.
I got thrown shot in the locker.
Yeah,
Because we actually had lockers,
yeah.
like with the big ones.
I thought you guys just used them to kill each other.
Yeah.
So
No, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What about
as I forget more and more of my high school years and middle school years, you know, because I mean, how many of those days did you think like I'm never gonna forget this? Never. But it's like I
It's the
do
first thing
remember-
you forget.
I do remember like 3 days or 3 things specifically. Like my first crush that was beyond my
Aw.
brain,
Yeah.
where it was like. My brain and my hormones and everything were just like too much for me to understand. Like, oh, I don't know why, but I would do anything for her. I was like, it's like, and that's the kind of things that like, maybe it doesn't seem like that to you, where you feel like those two people have that for each other.
Yeah.
But it's like, it doesn't fucking mean that it's not happening. Also, just let it be. It's a fucking movie, Carlos.
I know. I know.
I feel like the best representation of high school love was his best friend when they go and then they come back and they're like, oh yeah, we're totally dating now. You remember that shit? And then like at the end, he's like, we broke up.
Oh yeah.
It was just a summer thing, dude.
It was a
Shit
summer
happens.
fling. It's like, I learned a lot of lessons from it. I was like, hey, that's me right there.
Yeah.
That character's me.
Oh, shit,
Dude,
that
what
was
did you guys think
hilarious.
about the Spidey suit, the other one that got?
Dude, that scene
Wait,
where he built
the first one or the second?
Oh, the one that he
black
made
one.
himself?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
No,
the black one?
black
Oh,
I thought the
yeah,
black one was cool.
yeah.
Like spec ops
The improvised,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also the emotionality behind it too, because you got Lucky who was like looking at him and shit, and he, because
Dude,
he's recognizing.
So I said this last time. I don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but I
it's
just
fine.
want to say. So when you said the emotionality, I just want to bring it back. So when he was like, "God damn it, I just fucking miss him," and like these guys were just like watching the movie, and I was like, I was just crying quietly in my own. I was like,
Yeah.
Like, are you good? I was just sick, bro.
Oh, you're talking about Iron Man.
No, or the
When-
Lucky,
yeah.
the guy,
Lucky,
the guy that
John
helps him.
Favreau.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, when they were talking about Iron Man. Yeah.
There's
okay,
also
okay,
like a lot
yeah.
of craziness about it too, because it's like he was the director of the first Iron Man, so he like started the whole thing, you know.
Which is why
Oh.
I wanted to have you bring that up because I thought that was amazing. I never knew that until David pointed that out to me.
Oh,
That's like he's literally like the like Omega, like the beginning and end of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end, he's there at the end of Iron Man, the whole culmination, and then he continues to be in the series, like putting up together the fact that he's like he loved Iron Man as much as anyone else.
Yeah.
And that was also like that extra layer of emotionality in
Oh, like-
Endgame when he's talking to the daughter and he's talking about the whole hamburgers or cheeseburgers thing, you know, because
Yeah.
it's like
Really?
full
Yeah.
circle kind of
Oh, yeah.
because he's like the first director, and it's like, you know,
That's.
it was really cool. And then he's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I got the music. You do your thing. I got the music. And then he plays. He's like, oh, I love Led Zeppelin. And he's just like,
Yeah, it's the wrong music.
Christ. Yeah.
What did you guys think about comedic relief in that? Pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was so good. I didn't feel like any of it was like
Was
too
out of
Either,
corny or
yeah,
anything.
either too forced or overdone.
So
That's
Okay, so
Overall rating?
Oliver Sanchez says,
Increase
"I haven't
the
watched."
font size.
Oh, Carlos, I don't know how to do that.
Right here, click here.
Okay, well, do that later. Chill. I haven't watched the movie yet, but what do you think about Peter Parker being the whole next Iron Man the world needs, as Fury calls it? Do you think that it fills the spot for a starter?
Well, I mean, in the movie, I feel like
It's hard to tell.
spoilers, though.
I mean, it's hard to tell
Go
because
ahead, take over, Carlos. Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to tell because they just getting started. So I don't know if they're actually gonna keep doing everything with Spider-Man or if they're gonna go with anyone else. But at least this just feels like a starter. So whether like whether they're gonna stick with Spider-Man or someone else. So that's kind of how it feels like right now. Like they don't even know.
Well,
what.
I mean, in the movie, he even says he's like, "Yo, we're not like you're
Yeah.
not gonna be the next Iron Man.
Yeah,
Like,
because-
don't be the next Iron Man. Just be Spider-Man."
Because whatever group is gonna be the next
I love
group,
Spider-Man.
it's at least Spider-Man's gonna be the first one.
There's also theories when they hired that chick from 13 Reasons Why. That's the daughter. That was supposed to be the daughter of Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah.
The grown up.
Okay, like when
Oh.
her grown version.
Yeah, and they're
Got it.
thinking
Nice.
that there's like theories saying that she's gonna be like the next Iron Man. She's gonna put on the suit and shit.
So I'm super
take over.
glad that out of all of us,
Who knows?
David took the bullet on going to see the re-release version of Endgame.
Are you serious?
Because it's like because when he came back and told me that what his opinion was on that, I was like,
God damn.
I thought they were gonna integrate that 13 Reasons Why girl into like a
I
scene.
honestly thought that you
Yeah,
were
so
smart.
they like, oh my god, they teased the shit out of us because they're like, oh, we're re-releasing Avengers with 5 minutes of unseen footage and shit.
5 minutes out of what, like 3 hours?
Yeah, right. And I'm thinking because there was like a lot of talk saying that that scene with the girl from 13 Reasons Why, after he snaps and he like does that whole thing. You know how Thanos had that vision where he sees Gamora. They redid that scene, but it was gonna be Robert Downey Jr. and he's gonna walk up and it was gonna be the girl from 13 Reasons Why, and it was gonna be his daughter, but like in the future, and she was gonna like comfort him and tell him like, oh, like his sacrifice was worth something, and that he like saved the world. So I'm thinking, oh, that's gotta be what the 5 minutes are, because they were saying that they like regretted not putting it into the movie, or that they were like on the fence about it.
Regret.
Yeah, and then so I was like, oh, they're totally gonna put that in. So we went to go see this damn movie for 3 hours. We sat down. It's a great movie, but we're like, all right, it's gonna be all worth it.
You're such a sucker.
Yeah, we are, dude. And then like, well, there's a Stan Lee tribute, which I was like, I mean, all right, I feel you. And then the scene was like some really shitty CGI Hulk. It had like nothing to do with the fucking movie. Like it was just like nothing. And then at the end,
We're
it
just
was,
gonna give you the shit.
and then after that, it was that whole intro to Spider-Man, and the one where they go to Mexico, like right in the beginning, remember? And, he's like, "Oh, you don't want to be any part of this," and he like does that whole intro. So I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's like Dewey Cox is like, you don't want no part of this.
Yeah. And then like it became apparent what it was because they were so close to breaking that one record. I forgot what record.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
Avatar record.
Yeah, so they just did that to like, just to like bounce sales up
And
to
they,
like
and
one
they
last
didn't
shot.
even accomplish it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it was a complete letdown.
And
They
then,
should've just done that.
and then also because I saw a chart that of all the movies that have been released, like the top 10, all of the movies that have been adjusted, that had been adjusted for inflation, Avatar is not even number one.
Really?
Yeah. The number one, it's some older movie that came out in like, the 1930s.
Citizen Kane.
I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but
Casablanca?
because
Casablanca.
adjusted for inflation,
Scarface.
Avatar only gets like 2 billion, like 2.5 billion.
Jeez.
This other movie gets almost $4 billion.
It also,
And
like,
Titanic is number three.
what about when Star Wars was released? I mean, that was so iconic. That was like a cultural movement. I feel.
I think there are two Star Wars. There were two Star Wars in that list, but one of them was like number 10, and the other one was like number 6 or something like that.
All right.
And sadly,
Final.
both of them are the newest ones.
Yeah.
So.
So
My question though, and spoilers, of course. If you haven't seen this, I'm sorry. Mysterio. Do you guys think he actually is gone?
No, he will come
Or-
back because
Yeah.
who else released that video at the very end?
Well, okay, because remember the guy that was doing the thing? He pulls it out.
His cronies did it.
But that whole thing also is like where he's like, oh, I don't know how you're gonna spin this. Remember when they're
Yeah.
like setting up the whole illusion? So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, did he even plan like that? It was like a double
No.
psych,
Dude,
No,
that would be some crazy shit.
and it's like right up Mysterio's alley
Mysterio.
too.
Yeah, that's why he
mind fucked me
does.
so damn much.
That's what he
that
does.
movie.
He screws
Like,
up
I
with
was like,
that.
what
Really
is
is.
happening? What is real?
I know, seriously.
it's crazy.
At one point, I was like, is Is this real?
Yeah.
It is?
Are
Yeah, right, dude. Seriously.
So I had a new rating system that I put in place on a 1 out of 5, 1 being like the worst and 5 being the best.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where
Explain.
I was gonna explain it as the new rating system for me. It's definitely gonna be that where number 1 is the movie was just complete shit,
This movie was shit.
and then number 2 out of 5 is that movie was just shit, and then
Shit movie.
shit movie. Number 3 was gonna be that
Average?
shit was
Cold
alright.
diarrhea.
This shit was alright.
That shit was alright. And then number 4 was like that movie was the shit.
This movie was the shit.
And number 5 was like that was the fucking shit. At a scale of 1 out of 5 for that movie, I
That's a lot of
definitely
shit.
give it.
I give it
I
a
give it-
5.
I give it a 4.
I give it a 5 straight up.
Man.
No, I will
That's
give it a
tough.
4. A 5 will be something that is just almost
I don't know,
perfect.
I think it was almost
Did you see
there.
the post-credit scenes?
Yes. Yeah,
Both of them?
remember we
Oh,
stayed.
I kind of
I
want to
wasn't
let
there.
I wanted to let David.
Oh,
go
you didn't
first
go
on
with
this.
us?
No.
Oh.
No, that was
thought you were.
Sergio.
So it was-
That
it
was
was-
Sergio. You think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Sergio.
What?
David wasn't there. With
I
us.
know. Oh,
I
sorry.
didn't say he was there
Oh, I
with
thought
us.
you said we saw that
No,
together.
No, Carlos
I
did.
was the
Oh,
one. I'm the one saying that. I
Fucker.
thought it was sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just because you and Sergio look so similar.
I get it. He's a cute bastard. What can I say?
Okay. So, David?
Yeah, I mean, also we forgot about talking about that. Where like they end it and then they fucking put in fucking what's his name? The reporter guy from the
Oh,
original
oh, yeah, yeah,
series.
yeah, the original.
They bring it all
Oh
the way
my
back.
Yeah.
god!
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things
J.K. Simmons or
that I
what's
heard
his name?
about
What's up, Holly?
that I heard about the guy that because they were gonna bring him in since the beginning, but the thing is that they made him into more like a podcaster.
Yeah, what
Instead
about
of a-
that? Like
in-
Alex Jones.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
instead of a newscaster, because people say that's kind of more like what's modern. Because if they put him again like a newspaper guy,
Yeah,
it's
because
like
who the fuck? What millennials
Yeah.
read the newspaper?
exactly that was the
what?
the reason.
We watch our porn on Pornhub.
But-
And you
Hey, they stole that from the Spider-Man game from PlayStation 4 because they're the ones that had him as a podcast and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. Well,
That's nice.
yeah.
I don't know.
You always play the best games.
Yeah, it's my
We're
forte.
gonna steal your PlayStation.
I'll give it to you, bro.
So what's your rating? I'm super
Damn.
interested in hearing from
I know,
you.
man. I don't know. I'm too positive. I like everything so much. There was like
Give it a
the
4.
last one was like I thought there was like okay they can't beat Endgame and then they come up with another banger like in less than 2-3 months.
like I said, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I mean, if you were giving me the old rating before, 9 out of 10, but for this, I'm gonna push it up to 5
Yeah,
rather
that's
than
true.
4. I feel like I'm down talking it, putting it at 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I have to give it 5. I think
I
I'm
give
gonna
it a 5 out of 5. So here's the thing. I thought this movie, in my opinion, was better than Endgame. Like it's just like
Whoa.
Yeah, to me.
Well, it's a
same.
completely different experience too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
it is.
continuation.
It's a different.
Yeah,
And yeah, there's just so much backstory that goes into it. I give it a 5 out of 5. Like that movie was a fucking shit because the thing is that I would say that what differentiates like a 4 or a 5 was like you have to go watch that. If you haven't watched that, go watch that.
Yeah.
Like you're definitely missing out on something.
And it's
that-
like the best villain ever too.
Oh,
Mysterio.
guaranteed.
Like I
Oh,
remember I was
yeah.
like, man, how are they gonna pull off Mysterio back in the days?
yeah.
Now I was like, oh, they're gonna fucking kill
Yeah,
this shit.
because if it was
And
like
they did.
2008, they would have just been like a bunch of smoke, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm like, this
Dude,
effects are stupid.
I forgot. What about the scene where they make? Remember where he's like, dude, he's like attacking all of his like deep insecurities
Oh,
in that
yeah.
vision. Remember, he's like,
Yeah.
maybe if you would have, what did he say? He's like, maybe if you would have done so, or been better, you would have saved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it shows like the tombstone of Tony Stark, and then
Yeah.
his fucking hand comes out, and he's like
Oh.
a zombie and shit. Remember that?
Oh yeah, dude,
That
that
was
was just it was so
crazy.
many layers of like,
Yeah.
I mean, of like universe like tucked into that where just it seems seamless. Like it's just like it almost seems like they planned this movie to be all the way at the end from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But it's like obviously they came up with it halfway through because they weren't even sure they were gonna get the license from Sony to do that. So that this wasn't really the ending they had in mind, but it was the perfect period to the end of a sentence. Like
And then with Jake Gyllenhaal, the whole thing about they're saying like with the multiverses and all that stuff. I thought they were actually gonna like make him good, and then like because you know he comes from another dimension.
yeah.
I think that's what they're gonna do later.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
bigger thing on there. Oh, hi, Brittany. So one of the things that bring it up into the next topic of the next phase of the MCU, that's in there.
What?
I think the next one they're gonna do is like a Spider-Man multiverse.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say like with the whole villain thing, I thought they were gonna like he was gonna be from a different dimension, and then he was gonna find the real one from this dimension, and it was
Yo,
gonna be
what's
like
up,
the evil
Ian?
one, and he's gonna like kill him and shit, and like then he was gonna be bad and shit. But yeah, you're saying with the whole multiverse, are they gonna bring in like probably X-Men, Deadpool,
Oh, yeah.
fucking Spider-Man,
Is that your
or
cousin?
Venom?
One of them, the guy cousin.
Yeah.
Told you not to do this in the show.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
But yeah, next phase of the MCU.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You gave it 5 out of 5. I gave it a 5 out of 5. You gave it a 5 out of 5.
I gave it a 4 because
4? Because
Yeah.
you're a little bitch, Carlos.
no. Because to
Dude,
me
just
a
be-
It brought
five.
out- it brought out-
To me a 5 it means it's perfect. The
Dude.
movie was good. I won't deny that. I won't deny that.
He
You
would've
give it a
only-
4 because they brought out insecurities about your own self, and you
No,
didn't
dude,
want
it's because
to
he
make it
wanted Tom Holland to totally go to town on that
Yeah,
chick.
dude.
Remember?
Oh, is that what it was?
He wanted to see some dumbass sex scene. Carlos, they're in high school.
That's why.
Yeah, they're not legal yet, bro. It's like
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Carlos wanted
aren't
to
they
see
seniors?
some Game of Thrones type gangbang.
that's bad. This is getting pretty bad.
All right,
But, like,
Speaking of, wait, hold up. Speaking of which, have you guys seen Euphoria
I heard so.
with Zendaya?
Reggie
Holy
Watts.
Shit.
Reggie Watts said that
a banger, bro.
That it's a
Movie?
banger series.
It's a show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude,
It's
HBO did it again, man. That's a good ass show, man.
Okay.
I want to see how the end of that season goes. Where I feel like I've only heard about the first episode, or it's not a couple of episodes in.
Yeah.
But I heard that it has the potential to be amazing. You know, because the way it's even filmed and like the music and everything, like all together,
Everything.
everything's amazing. Reggie Watts on the Joe Rogan podcast
Oh,
was definitely
yeah.
pumping
I
it.
love
Right?
Reggie Watts, yeah.
And then I went on, was like, man, can they pull like a banger right after a banger? And I guess
Dude, they
HBO is saying,
did.
"What's up?"
Yo, we're going to bring all the bangers. What's up,
Zendaya
baby?
is such a good actress, man. In that show, you see it. I was like, dude,
What is
holy
the show
shit.
about?
gotta
I
look
haven't
it.
seen it. Never even heard
We'll
about it.
show you a trailer afterwards.
There's so many
Okay.
stories.
It's only 36 Rotgen. It's not
What?
good, but it's not terrible.
I don't
All right,
understand what these
what's
limits
next?
are.
So yeah, moving on to the next thing right after the topics. Next phase of the MCU. There was a picture that I brought up. If you can switch to it right now, it actually involves some of the things. If you guys can see there,
Hold on, let's share it with the crowd.
we've never done this live before, bro.
Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh, shit.
snap.
Oh, we really? Oh, that's awesome.
Hi, mom. No.
Okay, well, this. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. So if you see there, Spider-Man, you're right on
can
it. It's a
see your porn,
Spider-Man.
Kevin.
And what does it say?
Dimensions.
Dimensions.
Yeah.
So that makes cool. If you look in the top left-hand
Oh,
corner,
Dimensions. They're going to bring in Venom for sure.
so there's going to be an individual Wasp movie,
Okay.
right?
Oh. Yeah.
Get it?
What the hell's Namor? Is that another? I'm not big on
I might
comic books,
have to
don't know.
look that up. I mean,
Oh, speaking of Fantastic Four, did you hear about
Captain Marvel.
Did you hear about it?
What's Namor?
yeah, we might have to look
Exactly what I
that
just said,
thing up.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want to block our
The
faces.
submarines.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Fantastic Four? That the
What about
reboot that they're considering, they're seriously
Oh
considering.
yeah.
John, let me speak. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as the leads for that shit.
That'd
And
be
there
super
there's rumors of like The Rock being the thing also,
That is
Mm.
dope.
which
That
is
would
kind
be
of funny.
funny.
That's ironic.
No,
That'd be super
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
You know, no, there's an Easter egg at the end of Spider-Man the movie about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at the very end, when Spider-Man goes down to pick up MJ,
Uh-huh.
like on the back, it's one of those things you blink and you miss it.
Oh, like an Easter egg. and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. But like, it's like there's like a line, and it's like a security line because they're building a new building, and they say that like it has like the numbers 1, 2, 3, and then the question mark, and they say like each number each has the same color as the colors of each of the Fantastic Fours,
Damn.
and then they say like in the number 4, and then the one with the question mark is the same color as the Invisible Girl. So it's like question mark because nowhere
There's nowhere to be
it's
there.
invisible.
No.
And then also like that same location where the building is being built because they have the caution line. It's a location where the Fantastic Four's headquarters is.
Oh,
So like in
snap.
construction.
This is crazy.
So
What else was on there? The picture.
Fantastic
There was
Four
one
confirmed.
thing on there that I was like really weirded out by. Captain Marvel and the Valkyries. That one's gonna be weird.
Oh shit, Adam
Yeah.
Warlock.
Oh yeah, so that's another.
He was in the Guardians of the Galaxy in the end. He was like that plant that was in the background or some shit.
Oh,
like that.
really?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be I know this isn't on there, but yeah, Ant-Man and the Masters of Evil versus the Masters of Evil, the Thunderbolts. I don't even know what that is.
Thundercats. No, I'm just
Oh
playing.
shit,
I
Captain
hope so.
Marvel and the Valkyries.
Yeah, that's what I was
Of
pointing out.
course.
Oh shit.
Of course. They have
Black
to do that.
Panther: Secret Empire. That one we knew there was gonna be a Black Panther sequel.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which still has the potential to become as Guardians of the Galaxy, which is what we really want to see. The Mighty Thor.
Did you hear about that one? Taika Waititi. Yeah, I know. We have to bring it up now. Yeah, Taika Waititi's back on to write for that one.
Taika Waititi, the guy who made Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He's going to be directing Thor 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's going to be dope, dude.
Which, I mean, that's... Chris Hemsworth said that's one of the reasons he's revitalized in that. We talked about that in a previous podcast, but he's really into working this.
You still haven't seen Hunt for the Wilder People?
No. It's also on YouTube. You can also watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's an old movie.
Oh, is it? Oh, no, I never knew.
You got to see it, dude.
That's
it.
And, okay. So, what are we moving on to next, Jose? After that next phase of the MCU universe.
Let's get off some film and move on to some video game. Let's go to GTA Online Casino.
All right, so GTA Online Casino. GTA Online, it's been 5 years in the making, but they just released, or they're going to release. I think it's just released now, though. They opened up the casino in the map.
Oh, shit.
So that means you can just bring all your homies and we can all go gamble like it's Vegas. And I think that's pretty cool.
As someone who hasn't played like GTA 5, what's that?
Their online game mode, GTA 5, like the last one that came out.
Oh.
GTA 5, yeah. You know how they had an online game mode? You didn't know that? Okay.
I did.
Yeah, so they had a bunch
he's making
of
it seem like he doesn't actually understand video games or anything at all. Like teach me from the beginning.
Yeah. So
what is this Grand
Theft Auto?
Just give me the quick lowdown.
Yeah, so Grand Theft Auto, they had an online game mode. So basically you can just bring all your homies and go in San Andreas. And they made it like, you know, where you could buy
and shit?
you could do heists. You guys can go get an apartment. Like one of my cousins, he's got a fucking dope ass apartment. We all just chill there and we smoke weed, like in the game.
Like when you say shit like that, it's like how far are we from like Ready Player One, where like the virtual world is like everything.
I know,
you know
right?
What I'm saying?
Only because it's not VR.
Right.
Yeah.
We're so close.
What
to
was
it.
that
We have
addition
to be.
to Grand Theft Auto where you said that people just show up, but they just try to make it like real life?
Oh yeah, so they're
That's pretty close to that.
Yeah. So there's this own subculture called role playing GTA.
In real life.
No, in the game.
All right.
So everybody role plays as somebody in the map. Okay. So you get on these custom servers that people have, and everybody plays a part. So real people will play as the cops. Real people will play as criminals.
Shit, like they actually
Real people.
That's cool.
Somebody will play as the car salesman. Seriously, it's fucking crazy.
Wait, they'll play as the car.
Yes.
Okay, so he pointed out the
That
cops.
sounds really boring.
He pointed out the cops, which is like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes
that's
action
awesome,
sense, right?
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
when they brought it to the
There's
point
a
where
real estate agent.
there's
Like,
like,
what the fuck?
No, it's
there's
seriously,
a guy in the
it
mall,
goes deep.
and you'll play the janitor, and then you'll just
Yeah.
be like, oh shit.
No, I'm dead serious. There's somebody you could walk.
sounds
You could
terrible.
walk. You could walk into the fucking.
that in real life.
Listen,
Why
you
would
could
you?
walk into like their version of KFC. You walk up to the counter, and there's a real player behind that counter who's gonna serve you the food.
I don't know about all
Seriously,
that. That's like some World of Warcraft type shit. I
Dude,
don't
that
know,
shit
man.
is so funny.
That's so funny because the thing is, like, Kevin pointed it out, and I think David
I was
said
a
it out
drug
loud.
dealer in that game, and I was getting busted. And there's real.
Okay, see, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, he's using like
Being
the
a
hand.
janitor, fuck
Some
that
people
noise.
want to do it. Some people think
wanna
it's
do it.
hilarious.
Dude, well, that's the thing is, like, I almost feel like in that same sense, the funnier part about it is that, like David said it is like, why
That's
would
what John the game
why
the
would-
server and there's people who curse.
why would
Yeah, there are.
why would you just go out and be a janitor?
Yeah, just get paid
just
for it.
get
At least.
more money, and instead they're like, "Oh, dude, this shit's dope," and then you're just like,
Yeah, like you can see him. He's just trying to like mop the floor.
And that's the problem with me also with like those games like where you have to dedicate like so much time to them where it's like I can't like do it and feel good about it in my conscience because I'm like what the fuck I'm like doing chores in the game like I could be doing this shit in real life.
I mean that's
making my room
that's
clean.
you, but there's some people who like doing that.
I know I get it like there's a whole you get like the reward thing or whatever but there's a line and then it's like all right when you're spending like an hour cleaning the virtual room
for me
it's
I'd
like,
be a drug dealer and then there was somebody who was like trying to buy drugs from me. I was like, yeah man, it's like buy a kilo for this, and then
Then he
he's
gets
like,
busted, he's
then he
running
shows
away.
he shows his badge. I'm like, oh shit, and I start running away.
I don't know. So that brings that to that aspect. But I mean, the GTA Online thing is pretty interesting because that just adds like, hey, go to Las Vegas with your best friends, hang out there, gamble. I mean, it's the same thing that's gonna happen in about probably what? Do you think this year they'll release Red Dead Online?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
No.
possibly this year or maybe even next year.
No, I
What?
don't think
Beginning
so.
of-
Otherwise, it would have been announced in E3, or at least hinted at.
Okay,
think
then
it
it's
was
probably
hinted.
it's probably gonna be
But it's
beginning
going to
of
come to
next
PC,
year.
and that's when it'll
Yeah.
go online.
Yeah,
So.
beginning of next year is what I think.
I think that's pretty interesting. I mean,
And anything cool came on E3?
Not really.
No,
This
for you?
E3 was pretty.
Even-
it was
dull.
just Cyberpunk to the 1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the only good thing.
And then just like new releases or like
a lot
content
of indie,
updates for.
indie
was-
games. They're pretty.
there were a
cool.
lot of content updates, not too much new releases. Anything, any new game, that they announced, it's just everything. It was games that we already knew about. There was
Oh.
nothing like,
So
oh.
Link's Awakening was on there too. I showed you guys that one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
remake, and that one's gonna come out this September, I think. It's actually it's gonna be for Switch, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah,
Sony wasn't a part of it, like you said?
Yeah, no.
No.
Oh, wow.
Sony's gonna start doing their own
E3.
conventions.
Yeah,
later on.
maybe that's why the E3 was so dull because Microsoft and Nintendo, they knew it was like, yeah, why even compete? It's like,
Damn.
let's just take it easy.
Let's take it easy, okay?
Take it easy.
All right. So
All right, let's moving on.
in the same realm of spicing it up a little, I feel like for technology, we had just yesterday Elon Musk announced the Neuralink.
Yeah, so they're gonna be connecting your human brain with AI.
Oh, sorry, I can bring this up on my phone because it was
Yeah.
there was like a bullet points on it, and I'll read it for you guys pretty much. But
This is what he was on Rogan talking about, right? Like, kind of a little bit? He was
Yeah.
hinting at that?
yeah, definitely. It was like he was hinting about how fast he wants to plan to make this interface. So
Holy shit.
essentially, what they want to do.
The Matrix.
Yeah. So I had it pulled up, but
Jack me in.
I know.
they want to insert a chip into your body,
Yeah.
and then run wires from that chip into your brain,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to increase the interface between that to your brain would
Yeah.
be almost instantaneous, where you would draw information out of it into your brain.
Yeah.
So like you were like, oh, I need to know how tall the Empire State Building is.
And
I
then
know
they'll
it.
just pull it up.
I know it now.
Yeah.
I know
So it's
it.
like the Matrix almost.
Yeah. So it's like
Information's always right
I
there.
I think it's very cool. So I mean, while you're looking that up, I don't know if you guys ever heard of something they call it the singularity. So this is a scientific theory in where they believe that one of these days technology and biology will combine into one, and that's when
Make the T-1000.
yeah, where we
I'm a cybernetic learning organism. I'm a learning computer.
but yeah, basically it's where like our next step in evolution is what they're thinking.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of what is it, electrotranscranial stimulation or some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Where they put electrodes in they like pass current through your brain and like depending on the hemisphere where it's at. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah, in
learn
certain
different
spots.
shit
Yeah.
faster and whatnot.
I just learned a couple.
Stimulating certain
I
parts
just,
of your brain so you can
DARPA was fucking around with that. Yeah.
I just read actually about 2 days ago that some scientists were able to attach an SD card to the brain of a mouse. So that way, whatever the mouse saw, it got recorded.
Recorded how? Like in binary?
Yeah,
coding and shit?
Well, I don't know how they actually did it,
crazy.
but yeah, like
Like
the,
if
the,
you
ma-
could
the-
see the mouse's eyes are recording it, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there a picture where it shows something
yeah,
like that?
yeah, because
I
in the
think I've
picture
seen that.
there's a mouse with like a computer on its head and with the SD card.
It's fucking weird, man.
so.
That's pretty dope.
Okay, bringing it back.
We're bringing it back. So last night, so essentially this is on an article called Wired, development called Wired. So it said Elon Musk's planning on stitching a computer into your brain. So last night Elon Musk presented the first product from his company Neuralink, a tiny computer chip attached to an ultrafine electrode-studded wires stitched into living brains by a robot. So if this technology works, it will pick up signals from across your brain and translate them into code to do things like control a computer or maybe even help the blind see. So far, the technology has
cool.
only been used
That's
in
very
rats
cool.
and primates, but Musk hopes to have it tested on human patient as soon as the end of next year.
Holy
So, when he hinted at this on the Joe Rogan podcast, but now for him to come out and announce it, I feel like we're getting into an area where it's like the advancement in this I mean, obviously, I'm not sure how you guys feel about it, but I mean, it's
Give me
going
one
to
of
push
those
us into
colors.
the next phase of human evolution. I
like it?
feel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to push us into the next phase of human evolution. I feel like where I feel like you're going to get some of the people who are technically the smartest have an even wider platform and interface to kind of expand their knowledge and really push the boundaries of how far we can think.
That's, but then also, I mean, what's to stop somebody from like fucking with it and then taking over your
Nothing.
brain and shit?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, these are
Because
some things we should ask.
Remember, technology can always be hacked. There's always a way with technology. That's what. Yeah, that's one of the.
But then
things I don't like.
your brain,
And
your
also
brain,
biology.
Yeah.
your brain
I
also.
hack my biology every night.
But I mean, your brain has its own defenses against certain stuff. Like, I don't know, like your brain, you know, kind of puts defenses against, you know, hallucinations and shit. You know, because some people can kind of like, you know, I mean, the same fact is like you can hack technology. You can hack your own brain. You know, how like people like brainwash people
Oh yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's within the same.
That would be
realm of
easier
risk.
actually. Can you imagine? You have your own computer inside your head, your own memories, and then just someone with a backdoor, you know, just kind of hacking, just you know, and then they change your memories, and you will not even notice it. You just one day wake up and you're like, all right, like you know, you wake up like today, my name is Carlos. Tomorrow you wake up and you're like, oh,
My name is Fernandez.
my name is.
Or I would hack Carlos's brain while he's in a meeting and just make him get a big old boner. Just get him fired. There you
What's
go.
new? That's not
Dude,
new.
why would you get fired for having a boner? I'll be like, so what?
Are you body shaming me?
Oh yeah.
Are you really body shaming me? This is a natural function,
Jesus Christ.
bitch.
Isn't it
So-
something like every 40 minutes you're supposed to have like an erection or some shit?
I don't know, some jazz like that. I
Something
don't know.
like that. I don't know.
I do not care to admit
sounds
how
like a-
many boners I get at work.
That
seems
sounds
too
that sounds like
long.
something
Right,
someone
yeah.
made up to cover up the fact that they were getting boners on it. It's a fact, bro.
It's a fact, bro.
It's a fact, bro. On that same note, I mean that's scary to think that someone could use that to take your body over. But I mean the positives, I feel like we should really focus on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives to that. On the same note, let's talk about like the face app thing because that's also
Face app.
scary.
Oh yeah.
Carlos, you-
Yeah, because have you guys as you guys know the Face app was made by some Russians, and then also in the fine
Disclosure.
print and
Yeah.
the not disclosure in the term of services, it literally means that every single picture that people have taken with the app, they own it.
Yeah.
So with
It's their
whatever
property
yeah,
after
it's
that,
theirs. So they
after you
could
take
sell
it.
it, make millions.
So I
They
didn't
don't
take
pay you.
I didn't take a picture of myself looking old because I know what I'll fucking look like. I'm gonna look like this 25 years from now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then and also they've been doing a lot of data mining. I mean, the app just blew up. So the amount of data that they have collected so far, including
What can they
names,
do with that? Yeah, like what can they do with the pictures? or-
target, they can find you a lot easier. So and then they could sell that data and target you specifically because now they got your name, your cell phone number, your location, and with that they can just link it to other places, to other things, and then like they'll just sell it up to like they can just sell that data to like marketing, Google.
Yeah, and they just make money off of just advertising.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Because remember, when something is free, you're the product.
Damn.
Okay, Carlos.
That's your favorite noise.
Yeah. So yeah, and then also because it's, I know a lot of people are saying are scared and stuff because it's the Russians. So I mean I get it.
Yeah, didn't they?
But-
They already signed like
I mean,
a group to like look into it.
Everything
And shit, right?
everything is trying to fucking data
But
mine
it's in
you.
Russia, so it's
Facebook did
it
it.
won't get too far. I mean, what are they gonna do? Yeah, gonna like hey, Face app, give us all the data or give us access to your servers. They're gonna like sure, come to Russia.
Or I mean, have a perfect retinal, like I mean, just like image of your face, and then if you're using anything to log into someone's phone, you already have that information, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Or also they could use that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead.
What about that technology they use where they like can make pictures move? Like they use the Mona Lisa and like they made her
Oh,
into a
that
real
one,
movie.
yes.
What if they could do that with those pictures that they take of
What-
us? And,
They
like,
could.
They
blackmail us?
Yeah.
they can do that because there's already
Deepfake.
with the deep learning AI that they have right now. They can superimpose anyone's face into anything like live.
Yeah.
So right now, I've seen a video. It's kind of going viral of just like Keanu Reeves pretending he was at a gas station. It's like, oh, he's so nice. But then like I guess it gets
Oh, yeah,
robbed
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. And it's like Keanu Reeves' face, and it's reacting however the actor's acting it, but it's not really Keanu Reeves. It's just AI making that face. So using like example the Face app, somebody can superimpose AI or use AI to superimpose your face into something else, and you could get blamed for a crime or something like that.
Or
So, I
we
mean-
put it at the scene of a crime when you weren't even there.
Yeah.
I mean, for now, it's a little bit more difficult because in order to train the algorithm to do that properly, they need a couple thousand pictures of you from a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
angles. So if you're just a nobody, maybe not so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
However, if you're someone popular, someone
So
like a politician, someone could record a video of you saying something that you didn't say.
yeah, an example. I'm going a little off topic, but in porn, there is they
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
they have been superimposing celebrities' faces onto
Oh, I've
the
seen
actresses.
them!
Yes, of course you have
I
seen
think
it,
I've
Carlos.
seen one.
Okay,
I've
it
never
looks
seen anything
good,
like this
but
in
it
my
still
life.
looks
And I was
fake.
like, I never heard
But I'm
of
just
this.
saying. I mean, like that's just early. Like
Yes,
this is
it's still-
early as it is. Like
Yeah, in a couple of years, celebrity nudes are
won't,
gonna be.
You won't be able to tell.
Top notch.
Top notch. There's a top notch porno. So if you wanted to see Aunt May, Marissa Tomei in a
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the old lady. I was like, no,
no,
no.
You're
Marissa
sick.
Tomei, man.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Hey, she's phenomenal. Man, I'll tell you that.
Phenomenal woman.
Okay.
That's kind of messed up. She's old enough to be my mom.
Also a phenomenal.
What's next?
So I mean, I want to open this one up next because I like the list thing we do, but I also want to start a new thing where we just talk about the most banging meme that's out there right now and what we know about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the one that's been hitting hard right now for our friend group is Area 51 meme.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like the entire world.
His entire world's on
Yeah,
this.
everyone's going crazy.
So some small things that I thought were super crazy. I'd like to give David the platform here because it's like I didn't know that all stemmed. Did that all kind of stem?
Yeah,
from
I
the
think
Joe-
that's what it was. Joe Rogan podcast had like Bob Lazar, and Bob Lazar had the documentary on Netflix.
It was really good, by the way. You should watch it.
Yeah.
Really?
You
Yeah.
like that?
Oh, you guys haven't watched
All right,
it?
well,
You're
give us
a
a
believer?
Okay. Without getting off topic or anything, but yeah, that podcast was also that show was really good.
Really? You
Yeah.
approved? You
Do you
believed
believe
in
it?
it?
well, I mean, it's like you
I mean,
said that Joe Rogan was like,
there are a lot
I
of
kind of believe this
there are
shit."
a lot of things in that about Bob Lazar that a lot of things that do point that he has done everything that he has said that he has done.
It like all checks out.
Yeah. Oh, well, there are a lot of things. Also, there are a lot of things that they say. Well, where's your school? Well, I went to like this university, and
Oh,
you go
yeah.
to the
And then
records,
they
and, it's like,
deleted it, right?
Yeah.
They
well,
tried to delete it or
well,
some
well,
shit?
well. Now that they try, it's like, yeah, well, I went to that school at that university, but there's no record of him ever being there. But they're like, if you say like, oh yeah, my professors were, these were my professors. You go 30 years ago or whatever, and there are those professors.
And he said it back in the day when there was like no internet. and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and all of the, and a lot
That's
of
a good
things
point.
a lot of those things that he said were back then when there was no internet, and also a lot of things that he said back then are now disclosed by the Freedom of Information Act, which now they validate everything that he said back then. For instance, one of the things that he said is that back then when he worked, when he allegedly worked back there in the 70s, is that they, in order to verify that you are who you say you are, just going to work every single day, that you would put your hand in.
Oh yeah, that one machine, right?
Yeah. And it would scan your veins and your bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that was supposed to be all secret. And now
Yeah.
like a couple years.
Well, because
a
of the
couple of
bones,
years.
off of the bones, they could tell if you were. Who
Yeah,
you say you
it's
were.
better. Yeah, it's
And
better
he said
than
it
the
back in those
fingerprints.
days when that shit didn't exist, and he
Yeah.
like gave a very detailed like.
Oh, how it works.
was, and
And
nobody
last
believed him
year,
until recently.
there was through
Yeah.
the Freedom of Information Act papers. It was actually proof that the machine actually works.
Yeah, like
and they
exactly
had it.
to
And,
the T of how he explained it.
and
right?
yes,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of other machines like he was talking about, like that one, and people are like, oh. So
Shit.
that's
Yeah,
real.
this
yeah,
guy
because
might be
before
real.
before
what
those
up?
papers came out, and people were like,
I
"That's
mean,
impossible." And back in the 70s, we didn't have that kind of technology, and now it's like, oh.
And
yeah,
the way
we
he was
did.
explaining it too, where he was saying that like every group of scientists knew nothing about what the other
Yeah.
scientists were working
Nobody
on. They
knew.
Compartmentalized the whole fucking thing so that nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
Yeah.
got the whole picture of what was going on.
So I did listen to the beginning of that podcast.
Yeah.
And I thought the weirdest part about it is that he says like they only told us as much as they think we needed to know to work on that kind of stuff, and he's like, and also they never really let me know who I was replacing, but it was kind of like a little bit ominous to the fact that I guess they sent him in to try to crack open something that was like a huge energy source, and it just killed him. And then we're like, now that's who you're replacing. And they're like, and I was like, Jesus Christ! But that made him excited. He was like, oh shit, this shit's gonna be wild, boy.
Did you hear that thing that he was talking about that had like a gravitational force of its own or some shit?
Oh yeah, it could create
Yeah.
or disband gravity at will.
Whoa.
Which is beyond our understanding.
So, but yeah, it's supposed to be a natural element that is something way beyond that we have right now. Because even though right now we have created like following the atomic chart, the periodic table. Yeah, thank you. That one, like so far we have created items that are that technically they're really heavy, that we cannot find them on Earth. The only way that we have made them is just by
synthesizing.
Yeah, by just in the subatomic particle accelerator, just smashing atoms with one each other. That's the only place where those
heavy elements,
those elements have been created. So, but whenever they create, because they only last a couple fractions of a second, a couple of seconds maybe, and then they just disappear.
Dude, we're gonna fucking open the upside down, bro.
Dude, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that element's supposed to be way beyond, kind of like far in the periodic table, like heavy.
Yeah. So in that same sense, I mean, I feel like this has brought like a new wave of memes, and the memes have been destroying me because of like it's like people grab one thing, and it really only takes one guy to make a couple memes before they were like, dude, because it's just everyone grabbing that and they're like, grab the concept and run with it. But it's getting pretty crazy to the point where I think now I even to point out to David, one of my favorite ones is one where after everyone shows up on September 21st, and then it says on September 22nd, and there's an alien on the Joe Rogan podcast, and then the Joe Rogan's like, have you ever smoked DMT, man?
It's like what, in this solar system?
Yeah. I think that's crazy. And I mean, also to put it out here, this meme is like hit like astronomical proportions. People are actually joining in events to meet up. How many people?
So last time that I checked, in the Facebook event for we're gonna raid Area 51 was 1 million people.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You guys want to join?
nobody's gonna do it.
I mean, hold on, not nobody. I bet there's gonna be at least a handful of people who
like
are
1,000 insane people that are gonna
Yes.
get massacred.
Yeah.
And then everybody else
Yeah,
is gonna be
because
like, all right, we're good.
people don't believe that they will actually open fire at them.
They'll
They
probably, don't get me
will.
wrong, there'll
It's a
probably be
mil-
like 500,
you know,
supposed to be a
50,000
secret.
people
You know
that are
what
gonna
I think?
party on the
And,
streets.
you know-
Nobody's actually gonna try to go in there.
But hold on, like going back, so this is kind of going back to me. So when I was in the military, I was security forces.
Okay.
This is my job. So that's an Air Force area. So I have like friends who are stationed over there.
Oh shit.
They're just like, yo, man, they're actually making us like get extra training and shit for the, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Are
we're
they
doing,
like training
Well,
for
just to
lethal
get-
force, or
because
like
they kinda
just, like,
have
rioting
to.
and shit?
well, yeah, they
They-
kind of have to.
Yeah, they have
so
to,
they're-
because in case that something actually happened, in case that
Yeah,
1,000
they have
people
to. They have to,
try to
yeah.
run at it, they
But in your opinion,
have
do you
to
think
do
that they're
something.
gonna use lethal force, or they're just gonna like do that rioting shit?
I don't know. It depends on how many people are gonna be out there.
Meaning that if there's a lot of people, they're just gonna kill a few
Maybe
motherfuckers.
kill a few. I don't know, man.
Dude, I think
I
what
mean-
everyone should do is just wear just a bunch of like
V for Vendetta masks?
like just rainbow shirts, and just as soon as they just start mowing people down that they think are gay, it's just this huge fiasco. They're like, the government hates gay people. Like, the
Government hates the gays.
Because I bet that's not going to be in the training. And then
Yeah.
they're going to be like, all right, but what if they were like, if they were all black?
Hey, you
And
know,
it was like, dude, that'd be really, really horrible.
Operation
yeah.
Human Shield.
Yeah, you can't do that kind of. You can't
But-
just mow down one type of people.
But you know what I thought was funny? One of my favorite memes is
Operation Evil
they said
Leprechaun.
somebody in the Pentagon really had to explain what Naruto running is with a straight face.
Oh,
so just like
imagine it
Naruto-
where it's like. Oh,
Or, I don't know. I mean, the memes are making full scale. Like it's hitting like a point where it's like, do we really believe that people can like join together and do something as crazy as this? But people all
Possibly,
met
yes.
in downtown Chicago to do that one Pokemon event, and everyone didn't really think that was going to happen. And
Oh,
before
and
you
then
knew it,
shit tons of
then,
people were
then
there.
there was like 10,000
I
people.
feel
Yeah.
personally attacked right now.
Yeah.
Were you there?
I mean, this isn't about me, bro.
No, so this
But that event was because the game Pokemon
Go,
they
yeah.
actually
Go.
host an event. So
Yeah.
so in order to go into the event, you had to buy tickets,
Oh.
and then people
But-
were just around it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but if
Trying
somebody
to
tells me
catch.
that there's a Mewtwo, I'm fucking running.
No, but listen. So this kind of goes into and this was another meme that was in it. Basically, it was like, okay, so now that you guys are knowing the Area 51 memes, you kind of understand how a proletariat revolution is. The term that they can't stop all of us, it's fucking true.
Yeah.
If all of us decided, example, not to pay rent and stuff, they're gonna evict all of us. Like, imagine, like everyone,
That's true.
every single person.
That's
decide-
kind of what happened in France back in the day when the people they just got sick of the king. They were like, "No, yeah, you were the king, but no, we're not gonna follow you.
yeah.
We're gonna make our own
Dude,
government,"
I
and that's
think
what happened.
The French are wild. Like even then, when there's like, yo, man, it costs too much to live here.
Yeah.
I was like, so everyone just went, fuck this shit.
And they start breaking things in the middle
Yeah,
of town. Like,
dude,
it's-
that's a proletariat revolution, man.
Yeah, that's literally what happened.
That's
Yeah.
how they regulate
Just
the
saying.
price of like certain food there, and I love that because they pointed that out. Like I used to talk mad shit and still do about France, but like, but the thing is like they keep the price of certain foods down because they're like affordable foods, and the moment they shoot up, I'm talking even if they try to raise them a buck, they're just like that's goddamn larceny. Kill that motherfucker. They think they lose their shit, and they should. Because the thing is, like, if you don't lose it, they're just gonna keep on
They're
doing
gonna
it.
keep pushing the line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
thing's like the
That's how it
Illinois
is.
is in the same sense where it's like, all right, let's do a gas tax. Let's do
So
a
you're
soda
saying
tax.
we riot Area 51? Is that what you're saying to me right
I think
now?
all our followers are all gonna agree to
right.
that right now. Can they kill all of them?
I say we do the Hunger Games fucking.
Well, I mean, okay, so I don't know if they're gonna do it because I'm out of the military. It's been a long time since I've been in that game, but. What I will say, do they have the firepower? Dude, they can
Of course they
fuck up
do.
a shit ton
Would
of people.
you, as
do
a
they
soldier,
want to?
as a U.S.
As an airman.
as an airman, as a soldier, not a soldier, I mean, like at the end of the day, a soldier, like grab a gun and shoot down civilians.
If they told me to, if I was stationed there right now and they told me to right now, I'd be like, all right, we gonna do this for a coin and EFD. Let's go, boy!
Yeah. All right. And then this is how he got kicked off the podcast.
Yeah, dude, I'd just be like, people would be coming. I was like, come here, boy!
Are you kidding me? No, that's horrible.
He's on
I
the
don't think I
radio.
can morally do
Listen,
that.
if they told me to do it, I'm
Shooting at
obligated
people
to.
with guns.
He's-
Shooting at people with guns is way different than mowing down a bunch of people in Naruto suits running at you. That's gonna be pretty weird. I mean, that's one of the memes that I saw that I thought was super funny because you guys all remember
you know-
that picture from The Office where it's Michael and he has long hair and he's
Right.
holding
Oh,
someone's
yeah.
hand.
Oh, yeah,
but
the soldier.
it shows the guy who's the boss. He's like he said it's like U.S. Army like government official. And then it shows Michael and it says me mowing down 500 civilians on September 21st, and then at the bottom it says Medal of Honor.
No, but I will say there are probably okay. So there'll be like a few troops like me. I would probably be like, nah, that's fucked up. But then there's also like
Where do you think
there
we should-
are gung ho troops who are just like, yeah, they'll fucking mow people down.
Is there a legit place they're gonna meet?
No.
Do they know?
Here's
where
what I
I
don't
don't
get.
know.
Like, one, don't storm Area 51. Two, don't announce that you're gonna storm
Yeah, right.
Area
Yeah.
51.
They're
They made a
giving them so much time
Yeah.
to
Yeah, they're
And
like,
they
we're
made
gonna
a
do it this
Facebook
time, at this place,
Even
this
if-
many
but
people.
It's
on
enough-
Facebook, like-
Enough time.
This is
for
gonna
the-
be
for
great,
them to-
guys.
one of my friends who I was in the military with, who's in the same career field as me, he said, "Huh, too bad they're not gonna find shit. All that shit got moved to Wright Pat, which is a different base."
Oh shit! Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, dude, there's
They're so,
Come on,
so
man.
much smarter than that.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up at an empty lot and get mowed
Can you
down.
imagine if they actually did it? They're like, they come out with those the Halo fucking drones or that shit.
Those are some of the ones that I said.
The Banshees or whatever.
Yeah,
the
the
fuck.
Banshees.
Yeah.
It showed a bunch of
ghosts.
me and my homies
Ghosts.
after we raid Area 51.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of narcos with like crazy Halo guns, and they're like
The spike one over the
Oh,
spikes.
yeah. Dude,
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
that's one of the things. Oh man, this is like a full circle moment back to Spider-Man, Homecoming, right? Like when that's the whole notion of the first attack in Avengers, that they get all these weapons, and then the guy who plays
Tom Holland?
no, not Tom
Jake
Holland.
Gyllenhaal.
In the first movie, in
Oh.
Homecoming.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
Michael
whatever?
Keaton. He's making weapons out of like this alien
Yeah,
technology.
that's right.
And it's like they find alien technology and then they just go full circle with it, and it becomes like this crazy thing. I mean, what could we possibly do with that kind of stuff as civilians? Nothing. Like which
We
one?
can make a cool TV on it.
Yeah, we just make YouTube videos and they find out where we were immediately. I just think that it won't go very far. But like we'll bring up in future podcasts, the extremity, and next time we'll have even more facts about how crazy it's getting. But the extremities, I think, of these memes and how far people are willing to feed into like ludicrous ideas is actually astonishing. Because a million people on Facebook clicking yes, I'm showing up. That's still pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's funny.
it's all
Yeah,
troll.
I know,
right
I
now
know.
it's mostly people just be like, oh, let me join, let me join.
You know you're one of them,
Yeah,
Carlos.
But like I said,
I wish I
man,
could.
He's the
even
creator
if
of
a
the
million people do, there's gonna be a small
Yeah,
percentage who
like
are actually gonna show
1,000
up.
people.
Yes.
You're
I'm
gonna see.
sure
You're gonna
people are
see a
gonna
few
show up.
people line up at
You
the
know what
gate.
I like is the people were like, "Hey man, fuck Area 51. How about we go to these fucking prison camps that they have all these immigrant children? How about we fucking storm that shit?"
You
Yeah.
guys want to go?
I'm
to
down
Area
with that.
51?
there's
I'm down with
let's
that
go.
No,
shit.
Area
More
51.
guys.
Let's go.
Oh,
And make a
fuck
pod-
Area
No,
51.
No, we're saying
let's go and make a podcast from there.
Yeah. Just in front, just hanging up.
I'm gonna kill
I'm
him.
saying,
Like I'm gonna kill him.
I'm just saying,
Fucking kill ya.
there's better causes for these people to do things. I showed you guys this one.
Well,
but
I mean, like, look at V for Vendetta, and
Yeah.
when all those people said, "Hey, fuck this government," and everybody's like, "Well, we can't kill all these people." So,
what are you gonna do?
But they
That's a
can
good
try.
So
yeah, right.
So this is. I just want to put this one out there because I thought this one was pretty fucking funny too. So on the line of Facebook events and people clicking yes to things they're obviously not going to do. There's on September 19th, people want to synchronize slapping the San Andreas Fault. Yeah, so they want to get like that, and right now it's up to
And on that
15
note, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Real quick.
15,000 people want to go up to the San Andreas Fault, and they want to slap it at the same time. That way they can yeet California off of them. So essentially, they just want to yeet, yeet, like.
You have a bunch of people on the ground.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, it's gonna be ridiculous. But I mean, that's what the world's coming to. I feel like more people are online to do dumb shit than they are to do actual things
Europeans?
with causes.
Europeans they also have their own thing because they said, well, we cannot go to Area 51, but we gotta storm the Vatican and get all those archives.
Oh, yeah, that's another. I mean,
No, but,
crazy.
no,
does
but,
the Vatican
but
have
they are
military?
No, they don't.
Well, they have like the Vatican Guard,
It's
but
just
it's
like guards,
yeah, it's like
security
not
guards.
yeah, it's like not enough to like
Do they have
fend
guns?
off. No, they
No.
have like
Nightsticks?
they have halberds.
What?
Yeah,
They have what?
like the yeah, they have halberds. Yeah,
Dude, I think I would. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, if we were in the front line of something and like 10 of you guys, the guys who I knew just got all mowed down, I'm like, dude, this is fucking stupid. Like, I need to live for my friends. I need to get the fuck out of here. And I think if I was running forward, maybe one dude getting halberded to death would actually be like, yeah, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
yeah, but there's not enough guards to stop. Like, if you threw
European-
1,000 people into the Vatican, yeah,
Yeah.
only like four people are gonna get halberded to death,
Yeah.
and the rest of them is gonna go inside and storm the
Yeah,
fucking
and
place.
the guy who halberded someone is definitely dying from at least 20 to 25 other people stopping that dude to death for halberding one of their friends.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean-
no. Besides the European side, they're too nice. They wouldn't do something like that.
What are you talking about?
They're
The
not that stupid.
Europeans, the
Yeah,
host of 1 and 2 world wars? The host of those?
That was, that was just Germany.
Yeah. But
Why are you hating on Germany for?
I'm talking about
I'm not
like
hating.
everyone's right to fight in that, and also they hosted all medieval times where dude, their whole culture. You're saying
Yeah,
they're
they're
very
a
nice
culture
people.
of
Yeah,
war,
that was
man.
back then. Nowadays they're pretty soft, so they
Oh,
wouldn't
my
do that.
I mean, example would be like the Swedes. They're fucking dope, but they got a violent past.
They used to be the killers.
Yeah,
now
they were the
now
Vikings.
yeah, they used to be Vikings. Used to be like this rough, tough guy like. "Rrr." Now they're like tiny little kitties like.
So
they're forward thinking, Carlos.
Isn't there a saying that
just a
says
bigot.
that like hard times give birth to hard men, and then
hard man like feed into easy
Good
times,
times.
easy good times, and then good times make weak men, and
Weak
weak men
men.
made horrible decisions,
And
which make
then-
hard times.
yeah,
Yeah.
It almost feels like
Yeah.
that's
It
very
is.
true, man.
Very true.
We're like in a constant cycle. We're in the weak part.
Yes.
I think we're in the weak part.
Yeah.
Kinda
I don't know,
suck when
some-
Sorry, I took that
It-
way dark.
listen,
I'm so
listen,
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, Like, if
Oh,
some
shit.
shit went down, I'd be telling you guys how to pack bug out bags and how we're gonna fucking start our own community.
If
So.
some shit went down, I'd
I'm
be
pretty
packing
good. I'm
you.
pretty good at camping
Yeah.
and just living off the
So-
farmland.
I mean, me and my buddy Futurelli, who I was also in the military with, we already had a plan. We have a contingency
Jose
plan.
got super dark real quick.
No, I was just also I was feeding into like his like plans of stuff. It's like everyone has a plan. Like it's like when actual shit hits,
Dude,
no one actually.
I got
does
the
it.
master plan, bro. Samurai
The ma-
sword,
Yeah.
crossbow. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Just grab the two best things from Walking
Zombies,
Dead. And you're...
yeah, zombies can't. Oh wait, we're talking about zombie apocalypse, no?
No, we're talking about just.
I was talking
end,
about-
Oh, I'm not
zombie
equipped
apocalypse.
for that at all.
end of times. Like people are just losing.
Well, I was just talking more along the lines like me and Futurelli have a plan if martial law was enacted here in the U.S.
What's
Could
your
you
number?
imagine if Area 51 is successful and instead of alien technology, it's just like the fucking zombie virus is in there?
Yeah,
and
I
like
saw that.
outbreaks.
I saw that
You know,
meme.
And
I
then
saw that
fucking
meme.
outbreak comes out. And like,
This is how it all started.
I'm like, you idiots, you fucking did
And it spreads down to Georgia.
Oh,
I mean,
into Georgia.
you like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Full circle.
there's already there's something going on right now where because have you guys heard how bed bugs are spreading Lyme diseases?
Oh fuck.
Really?
So yeah,
First
so,
it was with deer, no?
it's
No,
bed
that's
bugs.
true. It
It's
was
the
with deer.
I mean, that's old. That's old news.
well,
That's old shit.
That's
Come on.
always-
I know,
yeah, that really
I know,
is
no,
old
I know
shit.
it is old news, but you know what's new news?
What's new news
that
about it?
that they were purposely infected with Lyme disease and then spread by the military.
To the deer?
Yeah, that's
No,
that's some real conspiracy bullshit
No,
right
to infect
there.
humans,
I don't know
and
about
no, the thing that because that also just started last week that they wanna.
What benefit does it serve to
Yeah.
infect a bunch of people with Lyme disease? Like
I don't know. No,
I don't
see-
know.
I don't-
It's like I didn't think this through.
Yeah.
No, but what got started last week was something to actually start looking into it. Kind of like, is that even real? Did that actually even happen? Because some people have linked a couple of things together, and they're like, and some people from some politics, they're the ones who are like, yeah, can we the military look into it, or let's look into it
Did
because
you see the whole raccoon, the zombie raccoons?
which one?
Was it zombie raccoons
No,
or
no, no,
zombie,
zombie
deer?
deer.
Zombie
Yeah,
deer.
zombie
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
those things are freaky, bro.
What's
Yeah.
going on with them?
They
Just
got like growths on them and shit. Like I
Oh,
don't know.
that one.
And they're like,
Yes.
they're
I
like
heard about it
super
last-
violent
last
and
year.
shit. It was wild. It's
Hyper-
like it
aggro.
it's like
There
it's
are
like-
videos of them,
It's like mad cow disease, but for deers.
Yeah.
and they're still alive,
They
and
look
makes
like-
them very violent. There are videos of it.
It looks
Yeah.
like the
It's
flood.
scary.
It looks like the flood from Halo.
Yeah, exactly what he said. They have like
Yeah.
growths on them and shit. It's fucking weird.
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And,
I bring
and
that up.
it is also it cannot be transferred to humans if they bite you, or no, if they bite you, or
Or
if
you
you eat them.
If you eat the
Yeah, if
their
you
meat.
eat them, if you eat the deer.
So they're
I
going
mean, they
hunt-
look delicious.
So don't eat venison anytime
They
soon.
have extra meat on them.
All right.
You just
Yeah,
said
man.
that.
All right.
That
Next-
growth.
What's next?
So I mean that's pretty strange. So I guess we'll transition into Stranger Things.
Oh!
Boom!
Fucking
That's
Carlos,
it,
Carlos
bro.
is really into it. He just went off.
Carlos, have you seen Stranger Things?
I just finished season 1.
I
just started wa- I just started
I thought he
watching.
said season 3. I was like, oh shit.
No.
I'm still pretty fine. But no, because I just
Damn.
started watching it when season 3 came out. I just started watching season 1 because I've never watched it. I've never seen it, so I was like, all right, let's check it out. What
Different
this is
layers
great,
of
so.
how we messed this up for David.
I know I can't really give like the review that I want to because you haven't seen the last
I'm on
episode.
the last
Yeah.
episode.
I don't really care too much about Carlos. I feel like, not to just. I feel like it wouldn't bother you.
wouldn't bother-
You would still like it anyway.
It wouldn't bother me either.
But
you know?
Jose though, I know.
Is it a
that's gonna,
big
like,
180
reveal.
turn?
Yeah.
Big porno.
Yeah, the last episode, the last episode of the season 3 is like where everything's at. So
Yeah.
it's just
Does-
fucking awesome.
So can you say to me right now, is there going to be more seasons of this?
Oh yeah. Well, they already announced that they're
Does
gonna,
Mike die?
they did season 3 and season 4 I think at the same time, around the same time, because the kids are they're like growing, so they had to do it at the same time. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
Okay, that makes sense. I think it was also. I'd like to point out that this is so. I like how they released it. 4th of July is going on. It comes on 4th of July. I would have rather watched it that fast, but like I had so much shit going on. Now I feel like I might have to like make time, schedule time, like on a planner to watch some of this stuff and come the next week to like the podcast, because it's like it would have been super creepy for us to watch it as 4th of July is going on, and it's like feeling.
I did actually watch
Yeah,
what it was.
yeah. How did it add like a level of like, oh shit,
Immersion and
immersion
shit.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was great. I also feel like the one thing that I can talk about that is super silly is that they figure out that that kid's the reason he gets so upset about them not playing
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons correctly.
Dude,
is 'cause
I
he
love
knows,
Dungeons and
'cause he knows
Dragons.
he's gonna leave. You know, because his mom is planning on like leaving.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, because remember his.
Well, yeah, they said. Yeah, you're right.
So he
Maybe
gets
that
like
is
super
why.
pissed off because he's like, dude, I want to have like the best summer with my friends, and my friends are all being fucking dillholes, and they're like, these two dudes are fucking in love, and then they treated my other friend, toothless when he came.
I love how they did that though, because it's like that is kind of like there is always that one friend that like is a little bit of a late bloomer. I always feel like I was a late bloomer, but like and then, like everybody else is like getting all like linked up and shit, and then he's like the odd one out, and he's still kind of like, dude, let's do it,
Yeah.
bring it back to the old days.
So,
And
yeah,
it's like,
I just
nah,
want to
man.
hang out with my friends.
Nah, man, I want to make
Remember
out with
when
my
I
girlfriend,
almost
bro.
fucking died, and then
Yeah.
and now you guys are treating me like,
Like
shit.
shit. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I know, for real.
It's like I disappeared, and then all you guys were willing to move on. And then but he has like all this resentment. But I thought it was super.
Ever since 11 came around, shit's never been the same, motherfucker.
Well, Mike has already been. Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but in season 1 or towards the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2, that's what Mike is complaining about.
Yeah.
He was like, nothing's the same.
Mike, which one's Mike? I forgot.
Mike
The
is-
one that disappeared early on.
Yeah.
Oh, is he complaining about
Yeah.
that?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
it's a good thing he's like backtracking. The first season is the one I forgot.
I forgot. I gotta see it again.
Yeah, I gotta probably see it again. I think it's like super silly that like he's like super upset because he's leaving. But the one thing I wanted to point out from that is like, dude, who wouldn't have left after the first season? I would have been like, fuck this place.
I know, bro. Right?
Yeah.
They stuck around for a whole other season, and midway into the third
Demon
one,
dogs running around and shit. Fuck this
after the third
place.
one, fucking Rudy died. I fucking was super pissed.
Rudy, which one's Rudy?
Rudy's the guy that plays Sam.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Oh,
Yeah,
Sam
he's-
Gamgee?
yeah, I call him
Yeah.
Rudy because Rudy's like.
Fuck that. He's Samwise Gamgee all the time. What the hell?
Oh, I thought Rudy was pretty dope.
Oh my god.
I like the fact
I
that.
haven't seen it. So.
No, it's just like one guy.
I know what it is, but
They only let him play one game, and he kicks ass at it. So I was like, hell yeah, that's like letting me loose. Like in the MMA, I would just swing so hard, and they're like, look at him, he's trying so hard.
he got knocked out so fast. He broke the 5-second record.
Yeah, I know. He's like, it's like he was trying to. Really, he punched himself in the face. And I just thought it was the funniest thing on MMA for me to do would just be like, oh, how much are you gonna pay me to fight MMA? All right, nope. And then just go in and it'd be like, it's like ding ding ding, and I just kneel down and tap on the floor and I'm out.
Dude.
It's like, so you're saying I
50
win
G's,
this?
baby.
Dana! Hey, Dana!
You're saying I'm winning 50 G's if I lose this? All right.
Fight of the night, fight is not of the night. You're not gonna give that fight of the night. Or like, it wasn't a fight. You tapped immediately.
It was a fight, and it was at night.
It was
Fight of the
sanctioned.
night, bro.
But yeah, so that's like one crazy thing about it. They say that the monster in the third season still has a lot to do with like the Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's a
The
Like
Mind Flayer, bro.
like the Cthulhu type character monster, that one? Yeah.
It's a Mind Flayer.
the mind. Oh yeah, Mind Flayer.
Yeah, that's
All
that's
Dungeons and
lame.
Dragons. I don't really know a lot about Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons.
I know you don't.
So that's
That's
like,
Me
I
neither.
know you don't.
No, I never. I
I'm
never.
saying I'm not holding it against you.
Oh,
Fear not, peasant,
Fear
for
not.
you are spared.
the mall. That they redid the mall. I thought that was super dope.
I know,
Right.
dude. It was dope. How about all that product placement and shit?
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
And Scoops Ahoy. Like,
Yeah.
where it's like, I thought that was like so gimmicky. It even has like a little holster for his.
Fucking puts it away.
And they're beating his ass up, and he's like, "I work at Scoops Ahoy."
Oh yeah, I know. It's like, oh,
The Russians are like,
Jesus
"Who do you work
Christ.
for?" He's like, "Scoops Ahoy."
That was
So,
dope.
The Russian influence in the third one, I think, was like super crazy for me because I really think it's like really well planned out. Like it makes sense
With the era,
with
right?
the era and
Yeah.
shit, like the Cold War stuff, like how
Yes.
like the beginning. I mean, oh, man, you know what? The thing I really want to know:
What?
does he have a girlfriend or not?
Who?
Fucking, because remember the whole beginning, it was like him talking.
Oh my god, you haven't seen the last episode! God damn it, Jose!
I know. I want it to be
Oh,
so true.
Jesus Christ!
What about the dynamic he has with that guy? With
You talking about Susie?
yeah,
That if she's real or not?
if she's
but-
really not, yeah. So,
Damn it.
Toothless dynamic with that one guy, the hair dude. I think they have like a really strong bond, and I think that really it's a good acting like duo thing.
Who?
Yeah, you're talking about Dusty.
Dusty,
and,
yeah.
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 Ever since the last season, the second
Yeah.
season at the end, remember where he like gives him his tips to like do that whole Jerry curl
Oh
shit?
yeah.
Ever since then, they've been like tight.
Tight.
Yeah. sorry, that was a wrong. Yeah, yeah,
the hell?
yeah.
Oh man. So I mean, what do you guys give that on a rating? Can you rate that for me then? For a whole season? Seasons are different than
Are
movies.
we doing it out of the 1 out of 5?
1 out of 5 for a season.
I'm giving that a 3. It's an okay show.
One
You've
out of-
seen
one out of
one
3
season, Carlos. Shut your
one.
mouth.
Just do date.
Okay,
Just
season
be like,
1
"Get
was
your
just
stuff
okay.
paid."
You know,
What are you
Okay,
talking
stop.
about? Season 1 was
Big.
dope.
And that's
season
it.
1 of Game of Thrones got me more hooked up than this.
It's because of all the sex.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's all.
The
you,
only, the only time
alright.
Carlos wants to watch a show if there's sex scenes in it.
Carlos, you just watching a show based on children disturbs me deeply. No, but anyways, go ahead.
They're nerds like me.
I'm gonna give it. We're just talking about season 3 or
Yeah,
the
season
series
3.
in
I
general?
want to know your rating. I want to know which season is your favorite, and I want to know which character is your favorite. Go.
Damn. You hit him with a
Bleeding
lot
from
right
his
now.
eyes.
Yeah, my eyes are glazing over now.
Oh,
You
shit.
threw a lot at me.
Sorry.
Season 1 favorite.
Okay.
4 out of 5 for the entire series.
All right.
And what was the other question?
Oh, what was your
Favorite
favorite
character?
The damn it, I
11?
forgot his name. The dude, everybody makes fun of him for his smile and shit.
Dusty?
Yeah, I love
Toothless.
Dusty. I love Dusty.
Yeah, he's fucking.
But
hilarious.
just from that scene alone of like him and that one girl like singing and shit, I was like, that's me right there.
You know who I like a lot?
Okay.
It's the cop. Like the
Oh, yeah.
sheriff.
The
like,
sheriff.
Hopper.
I love
Fucking love Hopper,
Dude,
bro.
Hopper makes me laugh so hard, especially when he takes him out, like he takes the kid away, and the kid tries to act like he's gonna get away with just doing whatever he wants with
Yeah,
his
he's
daughter.
like, not to acknowledge that you heard me, right? Not,
And
not
it's
means
like,
yes.
He gets super
Yeah.
pissed at him because he was like, "Oh, you're gonna disrespect me,
Dude, I fucking love Hopper,
You know,
man.
that actor, he's doing a
what's
really
his
good
name?
job
David
portraying
something,
Yeah.
the sheriff. Like, I actually believe
I was
him as a
excited when he was
character.
Hellboy, and then I
Yeah.
heard that shit sucked.
I heard
He's
that
he's Hellboy.
He did the
In the new one.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
this
yeah.
shit
I got
sucks.
you excited,
No.
and then I shit the bed right in the same sentence.
No, because about Hellboy, the new movies, what I heard is that it was bad, not because of the actor, it was because of
The writing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that he was good, but yeah, it just didn't live
Yeah.
up 2 weeks. But anyways, okay, so I think season 2 for me was like my favorite because I don't know, it was just,
Me and him had differing opinions on season 2.
I just love the second season how it starts off in the video game arcade and they're just like
With the girl Mad Max, and who's Mad Max?
Mad Max. I thought you said you didn't see the second season.
I
What the
said I
fuck?
just started watching it.
Oh,
The last
okay.
episode that I
Hey,
watched
hey, man.
was the one where.
Hey man, no one's
I love
attacking
getting
you,
a
bro.
rise out of you.
No,
No one's
I
attacking
just
you.
I just finished watching the episode where
Do
Mike.
you lie, Carlos? No,
No, the one where the monster
Oh,
gets
shit.
inside of Mike outside
okay.
of the school.
All
so
right,
that's
cool.
where I'm at right now.
Dope. Yeah, I like it. I feel like even the parts where like that parts that people think like it like the momentum goes away. I don't know. I feel like it's still really interesting. And then like how they're Ghostbusters and Halloween. That shit's dope.
That was-
Everything about it. I
that
like,
was
"Oh, it's so
hilarious."
It's just like I couldn't stop watching. I remember I was like, okay, I'm only gonna watch like 2 episodes, and I was like 4 deep, and I was like, I can't stop.
That's me right now.
I thought the
I
character
can't stop
development on
him too far.
character development on 11 too.
Yeah.
And number 2 was
Love
like
it.
that was great for her because the thing is like, where were you really gonna set that up? Like she needs to realize who she is. And in season 3, dude, she's kicking ass,
I
man. She's
know.
like, boom.
I dump your ass.
Oh, yeah, I
love
your
it.
ass. that's also super funny.
Oh,
I thought that was funny when they spy on the kids or whatever.
Oh,
It's like-
yeah,
and then it's
yeah.
like they're a different species, man. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like this dude just
They're
laying
fucking
down.
different species,
Yeah,
man.
they're a different.
And he's like crunching on the old school Doritos. I don't know why, for some reason, the product
product
placement
placement?
was like, I was like, they thought of everything.
Dude,
That's
I'll-
classic Pepsi.
Dude, they eat so much cereal in that fucking series, the third one.
Yeah.
Because they're eating.
You love eating cereal.
I love eating cereal.
Yeah,
But,
that was like relevant in those days.
Oh yeah, because they was so big on like oats and like, I mean, it was just like sugary cereal was just like the max. That's actually my favorite part of out of also like the second Incredibles movie, when they don't let the Fat Dash like eat the sugary cereal, but then he passes out for 2 days and wakes up, and then he looks to the right, and Dash is just eating cereal. Because that was me Saturday mornings, dude. I was just maxing cereal. And I remember my mom thought she was going to get away with not buying Kix. Like, oh, we're not going to buy sugary cereal. She bought Kix, and I was like, man,
What
fuck
the
it.
fuck is
and I
this
just
shit?
spoon sugar into it.
I would do that with cornflakes.
Yeah, and then be like, oh, no, you're not going to get the frosted ones. Well, I'll make them
And
frosted.
then it would be like a big old pile on the bottom of it, and you just like,
Oh yes,
slurp
yes.
this
God,
fucking
that's
acid
so
and shit.
bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Dude, that's so...
When me and Jose first moved in here
Together?
when we first moved in when we first moved in together, bro. I thought that's insinuated, but me and Jose we pretty much just let go of a lot of inhibitions and stuff like that. So like Jose was just buying like a bunch of cereal and shit like that, and I was like, hey bro, I'm not gonna eat any of this cereal. And he's like, why not? Like, we get mad at me for not eating the cereal. He's like, I'm gonna just finish all the cereal by my fucking self. And I was like, dude, hey, do you, bro? Like, relax.
I really
His
enjoy
cornflakes.
cereal. I don't know why. I think it was because the same thing like movies. I didn't see them a lot, or I didn't watch them a lot. But then it was just like, now after like I turned 6 or 7, my mom bought me cereal, and it would just be like fucking clockwork. In the morning, I'd read the same fucking maze in the back
the
of the
maze,
box, and I'd be
yes!
like, fuck, and my mom was like, hey, stop! Like, I need you to. I was like, no, I'm solving the maze right now.
Oh my god. I would hate it when they wouldn't have like a graphic or
Yeah.
anything in the back. It would just be
Yeah.
like some lame shit.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
the story of how we made the cereal. Like,
Fine.
fuck
And I just
that.
keep reading that shit over and over again.
Oh,
Our
man.
lives before phones. What
Yeah.
can we say?
So,
Shit.
I think
Lives
we're-
before porno.
Sí, eso también.
so I'll finish that season. We'll talk about the ending and how crazy that is.
I'm gonna try to really
mainline that shit.
You're gonna try to
Yeah.
mainline it, Carlos?
2 and
Can
3.
we trust you to do
hopefully.
2 seasons in the
in a week?
yeah.
I'm surprised with Kevin.
Maybe.
Kevin, he had like a week, and you were like, "Yeah, dude, I'm caught up." And I was like, "Oh my god, are you serious?"
Dude,
Like,
I was
yeah,
super
dude.
surprised. I didn't even see him watch that. He watched that all
I was,
overnight.
mad
I was out.
respect.
Shit. I don't want to bring. I was doing this shit at work.
Oh
Like-
no! Don't say that. Allegedly.
Okay.
You're
Allegedly.
supposed to do it at night
It was at night, dude.
instead of sleeping.
It was at night. Yes, I was doing it
He
overnight.
saw the recap videos on
I
YouTube.
was doing
It's
it
okay.
from 10 a.m. or
Jesus,
10
don't- why are you
p.m.
coming-
till
why are you saying
8
all this
a.m.
on
The more you say,
live?
it, the more you grow to yourself. All right.
It's not true.
So let's move this over to something else and kind of finish up with this last couple of things. So Star Wars, have you guys heard about they're doing like a lot of reshoots?
Reshoots. What are they gonna be? I don't. What do you mean?
So I had this pulled up. So
They gotta make it more snowflake friendly.
Dude, what the fuck?
Carlos, you're a snowflake. Yeah, Jose, I want you to go and explain. Oh wait, he has a chug his beer. Chug,
damn.
chug, chug, chug.
well, I don't know if you know this, but the last Star Wars to have massive amounts of reshoots was the Han Solo one,
Yeah,
which a lot of people think
really.
ended up being pretty bad.
I liked that movie.
Did you watch that?
I didn't see it.
What?
I
You
liked
didn't, you
it.
didn't miss too much.
Shut
Love
up,
it.
Carlos.
Dude,
Bitch.
that movie was actually pretty bad. It was bad.
Jose, did you like it?
I liked
I
it.
liked it. Sorry.
They,
Carlos, you just have a shitty opinion.
It was just
No.
you know
Yeah,
what?
you're not doing too
I
good
have
with
high
the record
expectations.
right
Yeah.
I have really high
now. Of
expectations.
nudity.
yeah,
Yes.
shitty high expectations.
That had great expectations. Okay, so here's number one. Here's 2 things that saved that movie for me. Number 1, it was about a 3 out of 5 movie that got pumped up to a 4 out of 5 movie for me because it was Star Wars, and then bam, got slammed up another much because I'm in love with that girl from
Oh, Amelia
yeah,
Clark?
Yeah, Amelia Clark.
That's the only reason why I wanted to see it.
But you still didn't see it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Because you're a bitch.
I found Game of Thrones. I'm a bitch. What can I say?
I only like that episode where she gets.
Jesus Christ.
It's like every episode. What are you talking about?
There's an episode where Mila Clark, she gets raped,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
God damn it.
and that is the best acting she's ever done.
You know this is live, Carlos. Fuck off. We can't edit that out. God
Alright,
damn it.
Jesus Christ,
I'm
Carlos.
just saying.
He's joking. You're
He's like-
joking, right?
He's like,
Well, there is that in the
Let's
episode.
move on. I found the article.
you're making it worse.
Start on the article. I'm going to take a bathroom break.
All right, so Rogue One, according to screenwriter Tony Glory, so terrible trouble. So essentially, in Rogue One, that was like they had to reshoot some of the stuff. I thought Rogue One was pretty dope. I liked it.
that was actually
and
really
then
good. I liked
Also,
that.
Kevin didn't like Rogue One. that
What?
much.
Rogue One
I
was
was
actually
indifferent
really
to
good.
it.
It was well written, well
You just said you
acted.
didn't like it as much, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So far, out of all of the new Star Wars movies, Rogue
like the
One
ending.
has been the one that I like the most. Out of all the new ones.
even the Force Awakens.
I kind of want to say yes, but the thing is that with the Force Awakens is that it was full. It was good. I mean, I like the story and I like the writing. It was mostly I don't know. In some occasions, it felt some things felt forced.
Boy, it is
'Cause
the
the
Force
Force
Awakens,
Awakens.
bro.
It's the Force Awakened, buddy. It
I know.
awakened.
I know. But some of the things is like too
Had his
cheesy.
vigors tested, son.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, one of the things I didn't like was what was his name? The huh?
BB-8.
No.
Oh, you talking about John Boyega?
No,
Very good, my boy.
the guy that was also fighting Rihanna.
How
Right, okay.
dare you?
The,
Are you talking about Oscar Isaac? I will slap you across the face.
I don't know
You were
who's
talking
that?
about Poe Dameron? Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac.
No, because I forgot his name.
Kylo Ren.
Not Kylo Ren, the guy that fighting him in the forest.
Yeah, that's
John Boyega?
Yeah, well, the thing is that so. What was his name?
John Boyega?
No,
John
no,
Boyega,
Finn.
but it's Finn.
No,
It's
yeah,
Finn in
Finn.
the
There you
movie.
go. When Finn was fighting the other guy, what was his name?
God
Kylo
damn
Ren.
it.
Kylo.
Maybe you don't like this movie
Yeah,
because you
you
don't know
don't
shit
know.
about it.
I don't
Carlos.
even pay attention. That's how bad it is. No, but whenever Finn is supposed to be a new. No. Here's the thing.
Since we can't do that
we
in
just
games,
do that from now on?
So they outlowed that. FIFA outlawed that.
Yeah.
FIFA said no
So
more.
they said they'll get what major
Try
fines or
They'll get
and
something.
major
stop me.
fines.
Yeah, they'll get fined. So every time like you guys are like, hey, puto, like fine,
gets fined?
right?
Dude, the
The
federation, the
soccer-
soccer team does.
Yeah.
And then
Have fun with that,
and
man.
also they're gonna start trying.
Yeah.
They don't
when,
care,
when
they're
it was a
like-
Add
stadium.
it to my ticket price.
When it was a stadium the size that we were in, filled with as much
See,
green
when
as
I
we were
say
in.
it, I don't say it with those
Intention.
connotations.
Yeah.
I know,
I say it
Like
like
the Louis,
bitch.
Yeah,
it's like
people
Louis
who
C-
doesn't-
yeah, that's how I say it.
Or
That's
like
like
fucker.
Yeah, because
That's a
they're
Louis
saying it's a
CK. Louis
homophobic
CK.
slur. I was like,
I
no,
don't
it
think
isn't.
anything.
It
about
is-
it,
it's
like,
not. It's
homophobic
like
in
just,
any
you know,
sense
I
of
mean,
it.
but that's their reasoning. is what
I know.
they're
I'm saying,
using.
but I'm like, when I say it, that's the last thing.
Yeah,
in
it's
my
like
mind.
you're a bitch. Like,
Yeah, like that. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just like so many words. I don't know. It's weird. Like,
But we should do that in the podcast. I don't know. It's it gets the people going. Dude.
it gets the people going.
I don't
wave
think they
was
could
pretty
throw out a
dope,
whole
too.
stadium though. The thing is, like that might work at the World Cup, like where you have maybe a quarter of the stadium is in actual Mexico
Yeah,
fans,
right.
so they'll start kicking people out. But that will not work when it's in the Soldier Field.
I
we were
understand. I
in-
think I understand why they're trying to get like on it so much is because like like in the World Cup they were doing a lot of like really racist shit where like they threw like bananas.
Racist shit?
Yeah, they threw like bananas at a black player and shit.
That's
and stuff
fucked
like that.
up.
That's really like that was like
Oh yes,
Who was doing that?
totally. I don't know.
no, not
No, it
much.
was
just
not.
random in general.
Yeah.
Like that was seen a lot in the World
Gotcha.
Cup because it was nation against nation. So like
Gotcha.
shit like that, I was like, whoa,
That's
okay, that's
horrible.
like okay.
That's some shit Carlos would do.
Yeah. I'm
No,
like,
dude,
we're
that's
on live air right
horrible.
now.
no, but I'm like that shit. Okay, like I get it, but it's like the,
Sorry, I
our
forgot
shit-
it. Take a step back on the
but-
jokes.
But our shit is like I don't know. It's different. It's a
Yeah.
different
Alright,
concept.
so speaking about Star Wars,
It's like I didn't mean it like that. That's what I'm saying. But anyways, back to what Carlos was
this
talking
is
about when
going
he was
way
he didn't know a single goddamn character from the Force Awakens.
Because-
and he's pointing out that Kylo Ren fought John Boyega Finn
Yeah.
in the forest, and
Okay.
he's pissed off that John
because
Boyega.
Finn is supposed to be a beginner and Kyle's supposed to be like really already trained, really powerful.
Okay.
And it's like, are you kidding me? It's kind of like going a Padawan against a Padawan
he
fighting a
fucking
master.
Yeah. Well, I think
Not
what
really.
it,
It's like
I
that
think-
doesn't work.
I
Is that
think
not-
I think what it
It
was.
didn't work. You fucked him up.
Hold on, just going what? Yeah, he did fuck him up. But what goes into it is, Kylo Ren has never focused on lightsaber combat. Because think about it.
Well, then just be like,
even
Right,
his
let him
master.
finish, Carlos, come on.
Listen, even his master did not use a lightsaber. He just fully focused on
the Force.
the Force,
Yes.
and that's how it is with Kylo Ren. Look at the fact that he can freeze a blaster
Oh, yeah.
bolt